Alrighty, what up, homies? What a great intro. Anyway, today it is back with some league racing. I'm back consistent now. Believe it or not, I don't know if people want
Well, this
that,
is
if
gonna
people
be
don't want that.
interesting.
But yeah, I'm back. Posting consistently. Psgl and WOR. It'll probably be 2 or 3 videos a week at the moment, as obviously quite busy with practice and other things going on at the moment. But yeah, I will do my best to get them out consistent, as everyone, of course, loves the league racing videos. They ultimately get the most views, most interesting to watch, I guess. And yeah, hopefully, after my slow start on this game, I can start to reel back in the pace, as I do feel like it's coming back to me a little bit more each day. Day by day, I'm starting to crack onto the top pace again. Um, and yeah, hopefully give it a few. That is what is that first turn? Um, give it a few more weeks and we'll be up there competing. That's the plan anyway. At the top consistently and fighting for those race wins. That's the plan, and I do think I can do it. So yeah, we shall wait and see though. In the background, it's PSGL round something. I don't know, 2 maybe. Uh, you, oh, yeah. As you can see in the background, this has been the worst lap of all time. I actually can't remember what happened in this race, so this is gonna be a bit of a surprise for me as well. But yeah, as you see in the background, we're in qualifying, and it's raining. And I'm pretty certain not a single driver has done any wet running on this game yet. Well, proper wet running. So this is going to be interesting. A good test for everyone to see what everyone's adaptability is like, and yeah, it should be a fun task at least. You see her fighting with the car through the long right-hander, not much grip. Trying not to go on the there is no wet lines on this game yet, so yeah, you'll see the normal traditional dry racing line, like usual in this qualifying session as we're in the wet. But yeah, that was my first run. I went for another one, but the tyres overheated and I didn't like it, so I stopped. And came in, and then came back out again. This is my final run. If we don't get this run together, we're going to be out of qualifying as turn 1. Wowee. That is inspirational. And we're 4 temps down. Over 4 temps down. 3 turn 1, and we're in 14th place. So now we just got to send it. No two words about it. If we don't gain our 4 temps and more on top back, we're going to be out of qualifying. So that's interesting. So it's fun to have in the back of your head. But now, 10th gain back already though. Over a 10th. 100 metres just after, down into 4th. 3rd later, just to stabilise the car. On the exit, another half 10th gained. So at this rate, we're gonna be finishing the lap about equal, which is gonna see us out of qualifying. But obviously, going into the slowest section on the track, so this is where the most time is gonna be gained. 200ths gained there. Purple middle apparently. Don't know what his bro's cooking, but that is not purple. Into the final section now, you see the rear end really starting to step out on us. 300ths up, we gained 2.5 temps in that one corner alone, so now we're purple. Green, not purple. Apparently I'm colourblind as well. 3 seconds the last corner, sending it in, just throwing it about. 10th up now, into the final corner. Do we get it hooked in? Not really, but it's good enough. 2 temps up across the
I
line.
can't believe I did that.
11th place, and
GG.
by this point I'm thinking I'm out. 12th place now. And by this point, obviously everyone sees
What a
4 temps down
stupid error, man.
through turn 1. There is no way I'm going to be getting through. But you see here, Looking down the field, Fabrizio goes to the top of the field. Otis doesn't make it through. We're in P13 at the moment, and there we are.
I think you're safe.
Did you see in the background there, Alex saying we're safe somehow?
Yep, safe. How?
Not a single clue, but we are safe. Now it's straight into Q2 now. Wait, the end of Q2? I think I made an error there on the editing. We've got 3 minutes left in Q2. That was quite a jump. Anyway, into turn 1. Pretty nice. 10th up. Gonna be gaining more, keeping it flat if we can, which we do. 10th up now. 7th gear, flicking it down at 6th, flicking it left, holding 6th. Run a bit wide, get the entry back into the apex, and then fling it left. Pretty nicely done there, to be honest. You see it's getting a bit drier now though, as we head through Q2. It's not drying up very quickly, and this was also on the back of my mind. If we do get into Q3, what tyres are we going to be selecting? Softs or inters? But yeah, we got to get this lap together first. So yeah, I'll try and give a bit more of a in-depth analysis of what I'm thinking at this time, because I think people find it quite interesting, but I know I might be wrong. But yeah, obviously by this point you're just thinking about getting the lap together. Hold on to the lap, not let the rear tyres burn up. You see here, rear's starting to step out on us a little bit, and in my opinion this first lap was quicker than the second lap. Every time, the tyres were burning up a lot. I thought on my setup at least. But yeah, that's how it goes. You gotta manage that. 8 tenths up now into the final corner. We are gonna push on though, like anyone would. Out the final corner, pushing on now up into P2, just behind. But you see it, we're purple apparently, which I actually think is true. But you see it just. Yeah, the rear tyres are just starting to fade through here. That was pretty nice, but you see it through the final corner, getting to the apex nicely, and then again just no traction, tyres are fading.
Tyres gave up at the end.
And we do, I think I looked at the time and we lost about 4 attempts to Lucas in the last sector, so that was quite funny. But yeah, I think Lucas did 1 lap on his tyres, so that was understandable. Now, into Q3, our first Q3 appearance in Psgl so far in this game. 5 minutes to go, 4 attempts up on our original banker, but the track is drying as we know. Into final corner, this is a very used set of tyres as well. Not many people had any fresh sets. And we go 6th, I think. In the background, I actually hid because I was making some setup changes. You see here, you can hear in the background my clicking.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
It didn't just do what I think it did it? No way that is still a thing. Oh, this game is so bad. Here we go, Jake blaming the game.
What the hell?
So basically, I wanted to go on softs. You see it, everyone in the top left is on softs, but it stuck me on inters for some reason. Don't ask why. But yeah, now we're on inters, and by this point, at the end, last sector, I'm thinking, hang on, we might be on the right tyres here. You see, it's still very wet. It's all going to come down to this now. Brendan ahead. If he's much slower on those softs, we're going to be in a lot of trouble because we're going to be catching him. Into turn 1 now. Into the apex. I'll be up. We are 10th and a half, 2 tenths up, so the track is definitely suited for our tyres at the moment. Visibly, we've already gained onto Brendan Lee ahead in this first sector. You see it, just gaining after corner, dropping the guys behind. So at this point, I think the game's done us an absolute solid, and sorted us out of a fantastic strategy. But you see it. This is now an issue because Brendan's not too slow, but he is slow enough that we're going to catch him in the next couple corners, and we have the decision to make now. Do we send it on him and just risk a possible penalty or just a bit of contact, or do we just sit behind? But I thought we got a chance for Paul here. We're going to go up the inside. Brendan sees kind, turns in. Not really sure why. We're on the grip here, faster tyre, but he's fighting it. Fair enough.
Why are you
Brendan
fighting? Your tyres are so slow.
sends it back up the inside. I'm not really sure why, but yeah, he's entitled to do that. He's done a lap as well, and we get through. Probably lost a good 7-8 attempts there, to be honest. Missing the last 2 seconds last corner though, and through the final corner. Are we going to gain more time? Sending it into the apex, pretty nice. Up to the line. How much are we going to be gaining? 5th place, just behind Fabrizio Donoso and Shanaka Clay. Lucas a bit further up the race, up the road, 39.8 there.
Actually, no, it wasn't. I was fucking out.
If I didn't get held up, I think I could have got
no.
close. Beating him, I don't know,
Sorry,
because he had a completely
Great
clean
game, I
lap.
love this game.
But yeah, we could have got close. Bit of a shame in the end, but yeah, that's how it goes. And we're actually going to go for a medium hard strategy in this race. Providing there's no incidents, this should be the strategy I just wanted to try out. With a few other guys going for it as well. But now into the race, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and away we go for USA. Oh, initial bit of wheel spin there. Patrick's launched into Narnia off the line. Around the outside, but just gonna hold it. And then out of nowhere, Brendan,
oh my god,
we're getting pinched. And
oh my, what is happening? What am I seeing?
yeah, 18th.
What?
That is probably the worst start I've ever seen in a race, and that's just how it goes, I guess. Yeah.
I am mesmerised on what I've just seen.
That's how it goes.
No damage either.
That is the first time I got involved in like a proper first lap incident, to be fair, so yeah, it's gonna bound to happen here and there at some point. Annoying it happened here so early on in the season.
There must have been some desync there, because there's no way I didn't get damage on that.
I'd rather it happen early in the season than later on in the season where I've got my pace fully up to scratch, and yeah, but that's just how it goes. Nicholas now, we got a recovery race to do, and we're in 18th on mediums, so this is arguably the worst position to be in, but yeah, I'd much prefer to be on hards in this situation now, but again, that's just how it goes. Nicholas now, round the outside, a little bit more grip on these mediums here, he lets us go, but then we run deep. Nicholas gets a really nice switchback, we send it to the inside. Again, he sends it up the inside. Good wheel-to-wheel racing there. Respectful racing, I guess, is the word. But he turns his battery a bit earlier than us, and we hold it up the inside, defend the inside, and yeah, get that position. Use a little bit more ERS than I wanted to, but yeah, that's just how it goes. He's entitled to defend his position. Next up, Matthias van Erven, but it'll probably be Frederick Rasmussen, as Matthias is on softs, he's going to be making progress. So yeah, he's just got a lot of grip, following in the dirty air of Freddy. And by this point, thought process is attack. We need to make up as many positions as possible, pretty much before our tyres start becoming worse than the hard runners. You see a Freddy using some battery, attacking onto Matthias.
I don't even know what to
and
say
into here. You see a Freddy outbreaks himself. Matthias is round. 2 free positions for us there. Now up behind Jarno Otmir, our teammate in Mercedes. Obviously I'm not in the Mercedes, I'm in the AlphaTauri, but our Mercedes teammate, as everyone knows. Yeah, we're gonna try and make short work of him, hopefully, as we are on obviously the quicker tyre, so it should be pretty comfortable move into final corner. See it just being able to get on throttle, carry more apex speeds than him. He goes a little bit defensive. I wasn't sure if he was defending or letting us go. In the end, I think he realised that I was on mediums and then let us go a little bit rather than fighting us. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. Bit awkward, but yeah, that happens. Now up behind Dylan Warren on lap 6. This is the point where our tyres start to become a little bit shoddy, I think is the word. And now it's going to be us pushing to keep up with the train, as we're going to hit a bit of a dead curve now. And that's why I saved a bit of my ERS. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to fall out of the train, because I knew there was going to be a rough few laps, and yeah, that's what we did. Managed to keep the train pretty comfortably.
Who's the
On to
Aston
lap
trailer?
10 now.
Fab? Yeah, it's Fab.
And now, by this point, for the last few laps, I've been thinking about strategy. As we have fallen back quite a bit, the only logical thing in this situation would be an undercut and get slowly back up to like the front of the train, hopefully, and try and hang on, I guess, which is going to be a near impossible task. But I kind of went for track position here as we come into the pits, sticking to the proper side of the lines, into the pit lane, spotting the braking zone pretty decently. We're going to gain back up to about 90-ish% ERS, and it should be pretty plain sailing to the end now. Just getting the hards on and pushing our heart out, pretty much. So out of the pits now, fresh air, Philip Preshnida, going to be about 4 seconds ahead of us. 4.1. Yeah, 4 seconds ahead of us. We actually managed to catch him and pass him. I know we didn't. That's a few laps on. But Fabrizio Nonoso hasn't pit. Shinaka Clay was actually second in the train. Pits. And if I can get a hold of him and keep him somehow throughout the traffic, then we're going to be in a decent position actually, as we make light work of Fabrizio there. He hasn't pit yet. He's waiting for a safety car, I believed. But now up to provisional third, with Otis leading, I think, net leader. And yeah, like, considering where we were, I think he had a massive sigh there, the amount we were pushing to keep up with these guys. Now lap 16, Philip, who was a few laps ago, 6 laps ago, 4 seconds ahead. So that just shows the pace we've been putting on here, just to stick with these guys ahead, who when I pitted a few laps before them, been pretty good. And now we just got a task of getting past Philip as soon as possible to hold on to Shinaka, hopefully. Well, that was the plan anyway. So yeah, trying to get right up close to Philip, getting the exit pretty nicely through there. I was praying that Shinaka wouldn't get DRS, and I don't think he did, which is perfect for us. So Philip flashing 25%, my monitor's turned off. That is not ideal, but yeah, up the inside. My monitor's turned off again. I don't know what's going on. We got past Philip there, pretty easy move, and yeah, now we're just pretty much hunting down Shinaka Clay. In the end, it was a pretty impossible task. Wasn't really much we could do, and now we're just getting, again, because we had to pit so early, we are getting overtaken by all of the guys that were on the normal hard to medium strategy. You see it, this is where the pain starts hitting. Brennan Lee, Alfie Butcher are both up the inside, easy moves for them. Nothing we can really do, we just got such a grip offset, as you're about to see on this next move from Barry. it's just about running the quickest race possible now for us. You see Barry looking to the inside there, and look how much grip he's got. He's just driving around us. We let him go. Well, he was getting that move anyway. I had to back out of it, just let him go. And now, again, thought process was get the fastest race time possible. We actually ended up getting a penalty. That's how hard I was pushing. I was just nothing left out there, just pushing absolute heart out. And at the moment, it's looking like we're not going to get anything from it. Yano, we're going to let go up the inside. Easy move for him. He's on mediums, and again, we're just going to try hold on for him for a sector or two. Marcel got ahead as well. So there's a few penalties. So if we didn't get a penalty, there might be a point or so on the cards here. But again, we don't have a penalty, so it's unlikely. But yeah, Marcel up ahead. There's some fighting up ahead, so there might be some crashes. That's what I'm hoping anyway. You see, it's just painful trailing this, but we've just got no grip.
Crash, please.
We've just got no grip to get out behind them and
Yeah, I saw.
put a challenge in, put like a foot in, put a Brexit tackle in on one of them. It's just not ideal. We just don't have enough grip. The tyres did end up coming back to me a little bit, but yeah, it just wasn't anywhere near enough. You see a 3 wide right ahead though. I think that's Yano making some attacks on the guys ahead. And by this point, I still wasn't giving up. You see a lot of people going side by side, and as we know,
oh yes, please.
there's always.
There's a bit of me. Die. Spin.
You see me there? There's always some shenanigans going on. See, people just going side by side everywhere. We're just trying to gain as much as possible. Just again, we're on the verge of a puncture right now, so yeah, there's just nothing we can really do. No purchase in the tyre, and unless there's about 15 people spin around, we aren't going to get points. Overall though, well, overall pretty terrible, but yeah, there's definitely positives to take into the next races, and my pace is definitely going back, which is good.
Without the penalty, it would have
So
been
yeah,
a point.
we will be back. I can definitely feel
Yano
myself
4th, what have I just seen?
getting there on this game now.
Honestly, I don't have a clue what happened in
And
the final piece.
yeah, it's just more fun to drive than last game, I guess. But yeah, appreciate everyone watching. And yeah, see you in the next one, which will be W. No, it won't be. It will be, I don't know. But yeah, see you in the next one. Appreciate everyone watching. Yeah, see you later.